Not too bad. I got all the suspension tight.
Greetings, everyone. I think we're live.
I think we're live. Woo!
Woo!
Welcome to the Saturday build session.
Yeah, really. Bruce from Bruce's Eclectic World.
Jason
Mark.
from Klein Race Car Designs.
Mark from Grandpa Mark's Hobbies.
I better shut the music off.
And we got Don from Don's Garage. I think he's paying a water bill. This is second time we've done this, and somewhere along here, there's a chat window. All I gotta do is find it.
Can't promise what we talk about.
No, there's a chat window. That way we'll see if somebody comes in.
Yeah.
Sure, you'll get somebody in.
Of course, Mark does have to go fix supper here directly.
I do.
And
I'm going to have to bail on y'all. I feel bad.
we pulled a surprise stream and
First try.
Mark,
You told me you were live. I'm running away.
Yeah.
At least I can hear now.
At least you can hear now.
Oh, I had a heck of a time that one night when I was on with you guys. I couldn't hear for nothing. Now I got an earbud.
Awesome.
That's going to look good in there, Bruce. So that's a lot better than that padded one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And on that note,
You're going to say,
I'm going to have to bail.
okay. Well, thanks for stopping in this afternoon. It sure was fun.
I had a great time, guys.
All right.
All right. I'll see y'all later. Have a good weekend.
You too, Mark. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I suppose I ought to type in the chat and say something. Hey, Project O's here. Yay. How are you? How's everybody doing over there in your neck of the woods?
Andrew and Lewis are in there.
Yeah, Luce is in there.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're just having an afternoon chat, and Jason said hit the go live button. I go, okay. I don't think I have this one set up for any streaming, but we did it on the fly, so nothing fancy today.
Just wanted to see what it would do and how this streaming service works.
Now, I guess it's the second time we've done this, so, and it's not been a scheduled thing. So I've been doing a lot of primer work today on a demon that Jason and Joe over at Big Sky Model Workshop and I are doing for a buddy build. And
I'm building this RC kit right here.
nice.
Got to get it ready for Father's Day weekend.
Oh, that is coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Time flies.
Yes, it does.
So we're doing a lot of painting today, so I need to get these door panels on Christine ready to paint, so I need to do a bunch of taping. Yay. It's always so much fun.
What primer are you using?
Oh, my good old standby. My Duplicolor in a quart.
Oh, yeah. You like that stuff?
Yes, I do. It's ready to use out of the can for the big brushes, but not for our air brushes. So I mix it 40 60. 40% paint,
Okay.
60% lacquer thinner. It does a real nice job, which reminds me I need to clean up the airbrush. That would be a thing to do.
Yeah, you don't want that to dry up.
That's mainly what I use this gallery SD for.
See, they were discontinuing that 98.
Yep. I never did get one. And most likely not going to get one.
Yeah, I don't know if they had a clearance sale on them or going to, or if it's officially over with. I don't know. I didn't read the whole
They were
thing.
clearancing last time I seen.
Oh, okay.
Them and a bunch of them. All the, it ain't said classic on it, I believe. I think they're discounted. I don't know if it's still going on or not, but it was. Um, this month was tax month, so all the model money went to pay taxes.
Yeah,
You know,
don't even get me started on that.
the state and the county always wants their money. But that's okay. Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Huh? Well, I've not had anybody else chime in the chat yet.
Nobody probably really knows that we're doing these things, and so
Now,
I gotta check something.
that's okay. It's just for fun, anyhow. Uh, what do you want, little boy? Mm-hmm. You need outside? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna run puppy dog outside. I'll be right back.
My neighbor's weed whipper sounds like it needs a carb rebuild.
Hmm. I'm gonna run the puppy dogs outside. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Come on. Okay, puppy dogs are outside. They'll be good for about an hour, and then they'll be wanting in.
Yeah, he's got blasted pretty good yesterday with that storm.
There was a tornado north of me, about 20 miles, and there's one northern Kentucky somewhere, which is about 60 miles from me. But all we got was a bunch of wind.
We got tons of rain and a lot of wind.
We didn't get any of the rain they said we were going to get, and of course that translates into Bruce bending over and picking up more limbs.
Yeah.
So the good Lord blesses me with that problem. That's the problem with having 7 lots and they're covered with trees.
Yeah, exactly.
Which makes the AC bill smaller, but there's a lot of work involved. That's okay. Been doing it for 20 years. We're used to it.
Yeah, we got a heck of a burn pile. Sure.
I get ready to say, didn't you get a lot of stuff up there need taken care of?
Oh, yeah. Spent most of the morning. This is the first time I've sat down today.
Yeah, I spent 2 hours this morning outside. And my batteries ran dead, both of them. And I ran out of gas too, so I thought, well, now's a good time to recharge everything. So I had lunch. I thought, well, let's start it live and tinker on the bench for a while, and here we still are. There's tomorrow, right? I can work outside tomorrow. It's supposed to be 75 tomorrow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be nice tomorrow. Well, chance of rain though too, they said. So imagine that.
That's Monday night and Tuesday. They're saying rain, and I went, yay.
Yep. Tomorrow is the NNL North. We'll get up early and drive down for that.
What? That's tomorrow?
Yeah.
How far is that away?
Oh, an hour.
Oh, that's not bad. And where's that at?
It's over in Cottage Grove. I had the flyer here.
Yeah, that's a long way from me.
Oh, yeah.
Guess I'm gonna have to change the title on this video. Fun with the Builders, March 30th, 2025. I don't think this is the 30th, let alone March. Fun with the Builders, March 30th.
We got any viewers or no?
Says 2 watching. That's probably me and you.
Yeah. We're watching ourselves.
Yeah. Somebody will watch it later. So
Somebody's watching.
that's what happens when you don't ring the bell. You don't get notified.
See, there you go.
So hey,
It's not like they're missing anything.
no, not really. But I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to change the title pretty soon. I'm looking to see if I can do that on the fly, because I got it titled for March the 30th, 2025 is when I created this, and that's what it put the title as.
Oh. Well, at least the month still starts with an M.
Yeah, but it's not the end of the month yet. Let's not rush things.
Yeah, true. Of
Of
course, I am looking forward to Memorial Weekend because it's a nice long weekend. But
yeah, for you working folks.
yep. Of course, this is also on. Oh yeah, this is on the Eclectic World.
Yep, and World of Stuff, because I put them both in there. May 17th. Save. Hey, YouTube, let me save it.
Okay.
Yeah. Fun with the Builders, May 17th, 2025.
I'm back.
Hey, back. We're live.
Yeah.
We're live.
Dad came in when shooting the breeze.
Yeah, we decided to start a live, so you're live on the live.
All right. Live. It's Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon.
Jason said hit the go live button, so I did.
I'm gonna play around with this thing, see how this Restream works.
That mean I need to put clothes on?
Oh, if you turn the screen on.
We would like our ratings to go up, so go ahead and turn the camera on.
There you go. Hey, why not?
Okay, look, I'm not wearing a shirt or underwear. But I am wearing shorts and socks and shoes.
Well, you got socks on. You're good.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Just gotta have something on for the ladies to look at.
Yeah.
They look at me and they go, "I think I'll keep my husband."
All the single ones watching right now.
Save what I got.
The single ones go, "Well, I'll stay single."
Ye of little faith. Come on, Don.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I know I'm not. I mean, I ain't ugly enough to make a freight train take a dirt road, but
I look at it as if I can get married, anybody can.
hey, I've attracted some pretty decent looking ones. Mentally, they were a fucking train wreck.
Yeah. I've done it twice. I figured that was enough.
Well, I married once. I lived with 3 others, and I just discovered that, you know what? Single's the way I need to stay. Hell, I couldn't have one sleep in the same bed. Now I'm too used to taking up the whole bed.
Oh.
That's
All that.
once I get things squared away in the house, I'm going to go get that dog named Roscoe.
Roscoe.
Yeah,
Roscoe.
he's bigger than what Jax was, but he's housebroke. He's a little over a year old. Um,
So,
and my buddy was telling that's got the dog. He's telling me his wife found it on the side of the road, rescued it. He said this dog is well mannered and just so damn happy to be alive. So we need something like that that's going to lay his head on your knee and give you the puppy dog stare.
Yeah.
yeah. So that means we're going to have 2 Roscoes.
Yeah, yeah.
You got a Roscoe and Dart's got a Roscoe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
Roscoe too.
This one, Phil and Mary named him Roscoe. Oh, Roscoe Corn Dog. Apparently, he's got a thing for corn dogs. I didn't ask. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I mean, he ain't replacing Jax. They ain't no replacing that much.
Oh, no.
He was he was one in a million, just like everybody else's dog is one in a million. But I will say, Jax. Let's just say that dog. He kept the gun out of my mouth a couple of times.
Dogs have a magical power about them. You could have the worst goddamn day in the world, come home, and they greet you at the door, and everything that you were pissed off about just goes totally to the wayside.
Yep. Poof. All gone. Everything's good.
Yep.
And mine are outside laying down, having fun.
That's good.
Best investment I ever made was cameras.
Mine's inside laying down. She's pooped out. She was outside with us all dang morning when we were picking up sticks. She was pulling them out of the piles.
Ah, so you have one of those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my Wednesdays. I put them in the pile, she drags them out.
Yeah. But I suppose she probably felt she was helping, so.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She goes down there and drags them off the wood pile. And I mean, they're big, they're at 6, 7 feet long. She's down there tugging a pull trying to get them out.
Yeah, that's what Lexi was doing too. Little turd.
Mm-hmm. It's like, really, you have to do that.
Well, yes, Dad, I do.
So I say, well, you're down there playing in your playpen, I can tell.
Uh, and of course, I sit down to do something, shoot shit with y'all, and I'm getting text messages and personal messages popping my phone off every time I turn around.
That's quite for a change.
Well, let's see. Getting text messages from a slot car guy. Uh, Getting personal messages from my boy Phil. I'm getting a dog from. Um, he's wanting some uh, stormtroopers printed.
I haven't done any action hero stuff yet.
I need to figure the figures out because I've got like 5 different women I want to print. Oh,
Oh, that statement just sounds so wrong.
one of the women I'm a little bit concerned about. Um, it's a starter girl. Now the
Yeah,
picture on Colts shows her in like a little mini skirt, like a tank top with 2 flags coming down. It's cool and it's free, so I grabbed it. Right, I
Right.
went to lay it out, and I'm like, something don't look right because the layout. She's on the computer there. She ain't got no hair. Um, Shaped more like a mannequin as far as, but in the stance, but like a mannequin. Well, I blew it up and looked. Well, you got to print her clothes because she's nude and she's very, very anatomically correct.
so then what, that's set up to where you make real hair then too?
No, there's the file to there. Well, the file it's all together. You got to separate it, but her shoes, her hair, her clothes, the flags, they're all gathered up at her feet. And when I figured that out and was moving them around, I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is gonna be interesting. But then when I turned her with her backside towards the where I could, yeah, the hoo ha and the pooter is very well detailed.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not offended at all. But at the same time, it's like, oh shit, now I got to make some draws for her because I don't think the skirt's gonna cover all that up.
I
And
go,
I want her to do her in 25th scale, like she's flagging off 2 guys on a back road. You know what I mean?
so me flagging them, all right.
You know, winking at them at the same time.
Uh
All 4 eyes.
huh. Oh, they'll never. Yeah, they'll be too busy.
and then I've got 3 other females that would make good backup girls. Um, then I've got my pinup um, gas pump girl, which I want her because I've got the gas pumps printed, the island, and all that. I think it'd be cool to pose her like she's putting gas in one of my 32s or something. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
Yeah.
do like a vignette. That way, it'll take people's focus away from the fact that the car ain't all plumbed and wired and massively detailed. Just do that overall picture.
Uh huh. Like in the old magazines.
Yeah, and the older I get, the more appealing the pinup girl thing is. I mean, from the age of 21 till 50, I've been in and out of titty bars, and don't get me wrong, I still look at a naked woman, but there's something about the mystique with them having tight clothes on.
Yep.
And then of course I got the Franken Rosie, which I'm not worried. I'm not worried about printing her in 25th scale. She'd be too small. Uh, the ones of her that I have printed and gave away and sold was 50. Scaled it down 50%. I'm thinking seriously about when I do my own. I think I'm only going to drop it. I'm going to print it at 75%. Uh, Especially now that I've figured out the hollowing out deal.
Yeah. That helps on those big masses of prints hollowing out the model.
Well, even like I got a beer keg gas tank, and I could never get it to print correctly because it's so damn heavy. I mean, I could print it, but it'd be wobbly, all wankled. Now I can hollow it out because I got a moon tank I printed. I hollowed out. It come out nice. Um, those Jazz fuel cells I got from MCS Design. Now they're hollowed out. They'll print without breaking off and crashing. And
What I really want is I want a chick with the old time drive-in skates and then the food tray. Like
oh
she'd
yeah,
hook to the
car hop
hot
girl.
rod basically, and then paint that up and have like a bunch of them, and then create like a parking lot scene with a bunch of hot rods, and then have the chicks delivering the food. That'd be
Yeah, the
cool.
car hop girls. And say that, and then see there adds another. It's not a dilemma, but you don't want to print them all the same height.
Right.
So I'm having to learn, scale measurements and all that. And that shit makes my brain hurt.
Oh, you got a brain? Man, I'm
Oh,
jealous.
Having one ain't, but it's damaged.
Mine ain't worked in years.
Mine short circuits every now and then.
Mm.
What? Oh, sorry, my brain shut off there for a minute.
Yeah, see, short circuits.
Short circuit.
That's it.
I love that movie. That was a good movie.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
was.
was. Both of
Johnny
them.
Five.
Johnny Five.
Johnny Five Live.
Especially when he got mad there towards the end and he had the mohawk with the darts.
I think that was the second one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was there two of
Oh,
those?
okay, that's the second one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the second one. Yeah, there's two of them.
Yeah, that was a cool. Those are two cool movies. I thoroughly enjoyed it, throwing you to the ground repeatedly.
I love that Indian guy.
Yep,
He was a hoot.
he was good in the movie Hackers too.
Yeah, he was.
Never seen that one.
Ooh,
Man,
that's got a very young Angela Jolene in it.
yes, very young.
He
Well,
looked
she was
good in
real.
Tomb Raiders.
Yeah. Well, in Hackers, it was before she'd been to the body shop,
Uh-huh.
and she had a nice body then.
See, that's the thing I hate about all those celebrities that got to do all that shit. Sometimes it's more damage than just growing old.
Yeah. Of course, I know people accuse Jennifer Aniston, about going to, she may have had some plastic surgery, but she's aged very gracefully.
She has aged very well.
I mean, she's my age and still smoking hot.
The one that abused it was Phyllis Diller.
Oh Lord.
Well, Joan Rivers too.
Yeah, that's the other one. I knew there was two of them.
Dad was watching a video on YouTube the other night um, about people, doing body modifications and all that stuff. And there was this one girl. She's had lip implants, multiple. Dude, it looks like you could lick her lips and she'd stick to the window.
Yeah.
And
So
they showed a picture of her before she started doing it. She was a very beautiful young woman. She ain't now with them. Look, there's people of color look at her and go, "And she got some big lips."
you know what it reminds me of is the what was the name of those movies where that clown figure had trapped all those people like a game?
Saw.
Saw. And he
Yeah.
had the big fat lips like that.
Yes.
That's what those girls look like. Is that freaking horror movie dude?
I seen that and I'm like, who in the hell finds that attractive?
Yeah, I
And
know
why?
it.
Especially when they showed the picture of her before she'd had all that done. I'm like, really?
Yeah, it's sad.
It's this this live went from hi, what's you doing to world's craziest people.
Well, we're talking about women and the crazy body mods.
I know.
Talking about body mods, and we led into that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got us off topic.
We really don't have a topic.
No, there's no topic.
I already warned the three people watching, which is us,
Yeah.
that we're not responsible for what we say.
Well,
Nope.
if I'm here and it's live, there's a chance that something inappropriate might be spoken. My bad.
Oh well. I think the only people will be offended will be the ones that watch it later.
Well, I ain't gonna apologize. I mean, I'm just being me. As dumb as
Oh
I am.
no.
Japanese, they'll be watching us. They're going to be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I talk about girl with big lips.
they right, American woman crazy."
Oh yeah. Well, Project O's in here.
Well, he was. He just said hi and ain't never commented since.
Oh, I come in here and he's like, "Oh, gotta go."
He was gone a long time ago, I think. According to my watchers, there's. Let me look.
Well, I commented howdy. Let me hit the like button.
Says there's 8 people watching.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what it says up at the top.
Poor 8 people.
Boy, I know. It's sad, ain't it? What the hell are you doing on a Saturday afternoon? Oh, we're watching those 2 idiots over there.
We're bored.
We thought we'd try out Restream again and see how it's doing.
Screwing around is all we're doing.
That's okay. We're having fun.
Well, that's all it's about, right?
Yep.
Oh,
If we're entertaining somebody else, that's good too.
How dare we say that about modeling? Fun.
Well, like Chuck says, why do we build these things? Because it's fun. Or is that Matt that says that? Whoever says that.
That's Luker C.
Lurker C? Okay. Well, one of those guys.
Or Lunacy, something like that.
Chuck does the why do you watch this crap?
Oh, okay. There again. One of them.
That's all right, Bruce. You got a really good excuse. You're really old.
Yes, I am really old. Thank you for noticing. And I'm bull-headed.
Yeah. You see that, Jason? He done cut off his damn hair off.
I know it.
That's when I came in earlier. I seen him. He had. I was still backstage. He hadn't brought me in yet. And I looked. I was damn. So when I come in, I did my usual howdy, old man. You done cut all your damn hair off.
Yep.
I was shocked to see no ponytail.
Well, I figured 5 years is enough. I won the bet 3 years ago. Yeah, me and my boys. Yeah, it was that COVID thing, and yeah, I used that big word, didn't I? Ooh.
Oh, Ledford's in.
Holy cow!
Hey, Jimmy, how's it going?
Hey! Glad to see you're here, buddy. He must be number 7. That must have been 6 a while ago. So little, I can't hardly see it. I wasn't going to stand up. That means I'd have to go pay the water bill.
I hear you. I'll fix that. Do that very thing.
It's amazing how that works. You put T in and T once out.
Yep.
That and T sounds like P, so.
Yes, it does. Just change one letter.
That's when that officer asked me how much I had to drink. I said, I've had 2 beers. He raised eyebrow. 2? I said, yeah, the 38 in between were just rentals.
They didn't stick around long.
It didn't stick around long enough.
Well, he didn't find it as funny as y'all did.
Yeah. I think my young lady is done with outside. You know why I know that? She's out there barking and her feet, she's stamping. Hey, talking's hard. Stomping both front feet.
Well, what time is it? Is it getting close to dinner time?
It's 5:30 in his neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Not yet. Got another hour yet. So that's not what she's wanting. She's done with outside.
She just wants to come in and chill out in the cool.
Hey, it's 74 outside.
No way.
Yeah, nice. 74 degrees, a little cool breeze blowing. It was awesome this morning. It was 68 degrees, wind blowing.
It's like 58 degrees here right now.
It was beautiful this morning at 6 o'clock because I was outside at 7.
I had to go get my goddamn beanie hat and my jacket. Goddamn frickin' Minnesota. What the fuck?
Well, to give you any idea,
today, Jimmy says.
My shop temperature is 85 degrees.
And another buddy.
Good deal. You can't ever have too many good model car buddies.
Nope. I'm still trying to get my childhood buddy to start building again. He keeps buying kits every time I take him somewhere.
Yeah, I have a big car buddy that he used to build when he was a kid too, and he's been buying kits, but he will not think about starting to put them together yet. I think he's scared of how addicted he'll get to it.
Well, he done messed up if he's bought some. He's just
I said,
living
"Oh."
in denial.
I said, I'll help you. I'll help you learn how to airbrush. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Right?
It'll look a hell lot better than using a paintbrush or a roller.
That's the way I look at it. If I can do it, somebody else can do it.
Well, like I said to Mark earlier, if it was easy, it wouldn't be so cool.
Really?
Yep.
I'm gonna go get the puppies. I'll be right back.
Okay, right back.
Wink.
Right back.
Pit around trying to learn more stuff for the printer stuff, and I've taken more notes because of this printer than I did the whole time I was in high school.
That's because you like to do this. You didn't want to be in high school.
You got a point there, but I got a building click that does that Steve Morrison SMX motor I got.
Yep.
He's updated it. He's redone all the STL files. He said they're more printer friendly now. So I downloaded the upgrade and was playing around with it a little bit last night. It looks like it's going to be, of course, his files are written 1-to-1 size. But he's in the description, he gives the breakdown per scale. So I wrote his math down, so to speak, and played around with it on the computer some last night. I think it's going to work. Plus, now like I said, now that I know how to hollow them out, because his prints the box solid, the head's solid. I played around with hollowing it out and where to put the holes and how many to put in, so all that. Because I'll probably print one of those in 16th scale and build it for the shelf like I did that 555 motor. Oh, speaking of that, all I got to do is put the distributor in and the wingy nuts for the valve covers. And this damn big block will finally be done.
Nice.
There she be.
Oh, that's cool.
And on that SMX file, there's a well, brain do brain things, as Dart says. There's a flex plate. I'm gonna scale it down and print one of those for this motor because it needs something back there on the back.
Did you just make the stand from scratch, or is that a printed file too?
Nah, it's a printed file. I've gotten lazy now that I got the printer.
That looks pretty cool. The stand looks pretty neat.
That's from MCS Designs. Same guy did the file for the motor. I'm happy with it. It'll look good sitting in the case on the shelf with a couple more added to it.
Yeah. I got a couple of those that I've scaled up and I got them built, mocked up, but I would like to paint them and then build a little stand to set them on. I think they'd be cool like that too.
Right. I was going to wire it, and 16 scale ain't big enough for me. Maybe 12 scale. It's been fun. It looks neat. That's all I'm concerned about. I figure I can put about 6 like that in one of the cases. So, I got that. I got his blower version. I've got his twin turbo Hemi. I got his vintage injected Hemi and his 2.4 Hemi. Then I've got the 351 from another guy with all his hop up stuff, so I can do several variations of that motor. Um, I got that SMX motor. Got a couple others. Yeah, I got that flathead with the Frenzel supercharger. I think that'll look neat in 16 scale.
Yeah, that would be cool. I like that old school supercharger. That'd be cool for a retro build too. Put that
Hey,
motor
Jimmy.
in.
What do you write?
What did
Hey,
he
told
write?
me to put my blouse back on.
Put your blouse back on.
I guess I
Capital
need to
letters.
stand up. Huh?
Capital letters. He's even using.
He thinks that bad. Let me stand up in front of the camera and see what he does.
He said he's got socks on, Jimmy.
He's got socks on, some sort of shorts with racing stripes, is what he told us, Jimmy.
Oh, you're not using those new dude wipes?
No, I use the Equate brand.
You guys seen that commercial?
Yes.
No.
It's Tom Philo. They're running that commercial.
I've been shocked by some of these commercials. There, the dude wipe, the Hims commercials, the Hers commercials.
Yeah.
This is why I try to not watch TV anymore.
These are on the internet.
Oh,
Well, the
I
TV
skipped
show
those
channels on the internet, but yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the Hers commercial. They talk about that deodorant. You can use it on your pits, your feet, and your woohoo. I'm like, no, didn't need to hear that. No.
That was like way too much when I first seen that. I was like, oh, come on now. And then they was complaining because Elvis swung his hips.
Well, think about how creative they had to be in the 60s and 70s to advertise toilet paper.
Yeah, really.
Right. That's why they had to create the Charmin bear.
Exactly.
And they're still using the same bear.
Yeah.
Boy, still ain't learned to not use the cheap toilet paper.
No.
Well, how about Mr. Whipple? Don't squeeze the Charmin.
Oh, that was my favorite.
Yes. I have to give them boys credit. They was very, very well creative in that. Because I don't know what squeezing the toilet paper has anything to do with cleaning your backside, but
It was supposed to be soft for the backside. That's why he wanted to squeeze it.
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, you can squeeze it before and after.
That's just wrong.
Sorry, my sick mind. I cut my hair.
Bruce got really lively now that he's cut his hair, everybody.
I can't control myself now.
That's what happens. Is it the hair was so long it took the wrinkles out. Now the wrinkles are back and the blood flow's getting better.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's not so tight anymore. No band, rubber band hold the hair back or anything. Blood is flowing now.
You imagine what Crystal Gale looked like? She chopped her hair off after she turned like 50.
Oh, good Lord. I don't even want to think about that.
That's why I'm here. Make comments to make you go, or
Crystal who?
Crystal Gale. I mean, she has some long hair.
Uh-huh.
I'd hate to even think of what it was like her trying to sleep with all that.
Oh God. Try rolling over and you got it pinched between your butt and the bed.
And what it'd be like if he was trying to get freaky with her and all that. No, because you know that stuff gonna get tangled everywhere.
Big problem with that is you got to make sure you hold it up because if you stand up from using the toilet, it might fall in the toilet.
You know, I hadn't thought about that, but damn.
Kaploosh. Damn it. My hair fell in the toilet.
Jimmy, I think I already know the answer to that. Jimmy says Charmin can be used for a pillow. Don't even ask how I know. I think he speaks from experience.
Hmm.
I ain't no shame.
It's another one of those questions.
I've
Gotta
slept
do
in
what
the
you
bed of
gotta
my
do.
truck. I've slept in the bed of several pickup trucks and wished I'd have had some Charmin to use for a pillow.
Amen.
Then cowboys talk about, using a jacket as a pillow. Shit wasn't that damn comfortable.
When I used to help my uncle unload watermelons, we slept in the back of the trailer and used a watermelon for a pillow.
Oh, damn.
That was no fun.
Watermelon.
Yeah, it's just the only thing you had for a pillow.
That don't sound comfortable at all.
Now, I know some things that shaped like watermelons I like to use for pillows, but
Well,
Not,
right.
not that kind of watermelon. Let me put it this way: the straw wasn't any better.
oh, yeah, poking in the ear, the eye, the nose.
Everything was not beautiful.
There's my dad a few years ago in his Cobra.
Cool.
Well, more than a few years ago, but
Are you going to say how many?
decades. And there's the little guy.
Uh-huh.
I miss that little shit.
I'm going to miss Jax.
There's me and my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I still kind of handsome then.
I only have about 4 or 5 pictures of my mom. She did not allow pictures to be taken.
I can understand that. I am not a big fan of.
I snuck pictures.
she wasn't crazy about it either. That's why that picture, I told her she had to have it. We had to do that one. I was having a family barbecue.
I took one about 2 years before she passed away. She was sitting on the front porch drinking her tea. I mean, the side porch. And she seen me take the picture. And she had that look on her face.
Son of a bitch look.
Yep, that'd be that one. She goes, you got to delete that picture on that phone. I said, no, I can't do that. I don't know how. She looked at me. She said, you lying stack of. I said, but you love me, Mom.
Yeah, there's only like two people I could never convincingly lie to. That was my mom and my dad. They had me clocked.
I couldn't lie to my mom. She knew. So I opened my mouth, I was lying. She goes, you're lying. I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, I could lie to her. It didn't do no good.
I look at her, smile. She goes, are you lying? I go, no, Mama. She goes, now I know you're lying.
Yeah, I got a similar question. I'm like, me? No. And I got that stare over the top of the glasses look.
Yep. If she was standing up, yeah, she was standing up, I'd get that chicken wing look.
Yeah. Yeah, got that a time or two.
Yeah, Wednesday's done with supper. Her bowl's empty now.
Yeah, that's why she
like,
wanted to come in.
She's like, now it's time to take a nap.
The funny thing is, Tip's laying in her bed now.
Be right back.
It's funny how those two trade beds there all the time during the day.
Yep.
Here's a guy that didn't want anything to do with them new beds. It was touching his old bed. He wasn't even laying his old bed because it was touching his old bed.
Yeah, when Kayla was alive, fucking Lexi would just wait for her to move, and as soon as she moved, then she would take her spot. Thinking, well, it must be better if that dog's laying there. Jealous. Jealous.
I don't know. It's just funny. Usually she'll eat half of what the food is in that bowl. Then she'll go eat half the food out of the other bowl, and then Tip finishes the other two off. It's like, okay, whatever works for you two guys.
Hey, they learned to share. It's the same thing, but they're sharing.
Yep.
Sharon's Karen.
That's it.
I've come to one conclusion. I suck at trimming tape. Of course, they'd probably have if I had two good eyes, or one good one. Would be great.
Or a better set of binoculars.
Well, that probably would help, I guess. I don't know. It could help. What I do is I try to follow the shadows. That works sometimes.
There, Jimmy, I put on a new skirt. I mean, shirt.
I'm gonna say you wanted a skirt, wear a skirt earlier.
Don't judge me. Actually, I have actually done some model building this week. I made the dry shafts for my ramp truck, and they're painted. They're actually ready to go in.
You get that carrier bearing done.
Yeah, sir, I did. I mean, everything's ready. I'm thinking back. That's what I may do. I'm gonna put some more foil on this Nova wagon, and then take a break from that and put the dry shaft in that ramp truck. But I'm gonna stick this picture of the little guy here on the wall first.
Yeah, I got pictures of Buster everywhere.
His dad came in for a bit to visit. He had to go down to T-Mobile because they've still got things screwed up on our damn cell phone bill. Of course, I told him
Not
the same
T-Mobile,
thing.
they wouldn't do that.
Huh?
Not T-Mobile, they wouldn't do that.
No. And they told him the same thing they've told him the past 4 months. Oh, yeah, we got it fixed. Because I asked him, I said, you believed him too, didn't you?
Oh, sure.
He said, well, he says, we'll see next month when the bill comes back around. Because it's supposed to be on auto pay. He changed bank accounts, and since then they have had it not 4 months, hell, 6 months they've had it screwed up. Okay, little guy's picture stuck to the wall.
2 seats pan taped off. Seats were easy. Door cards are a pain in the butt. Well, actually, these will be easier. Now Tips moved to the other bed.
Yeah, see, that's what Kayla and Lexi used to do all the time.
She was laying on that bed. Now she went to get a drink of water, so he moved.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what Lexi used to do all the time. As soon as the other dog moved, she'd take her spot.
I just heard her go up the stairs. Now you've done it. You've really ticked her off. She went upstairs.
That was a strange thing with Jax. You could buy him a puppy bed, he'd tear it up. I took a pad off of an old recliner. The padded area, goes between the footrest and the seat cushion. I put that out here in the shop, and for 12 years, he never tore that one up. He slept on it.
Huh.
Connie bought him like 3 or 4 beds, and he that's all he did to him was tear the damn things up. I thought those would quit buying them. I'm not tired of cleaning up the mess.
Says we got 8 people watching.
People again?
Yeah, 8 people again.
Maybe I need to take my shirt back off. There's more come.
Yeah.
I guess we're just background noise today.
Well, pretty much that's what we are. Plus, people are probably going to be getting ready here soon for Brian's live.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff's running it tonight. At least that's what the notification said.
I know he's been helping a lot with Ted's lives too.
Yep. Well,
That's
I
good.
don't think that way it's playing.
That's all good.
Yep. All good. More lives, the better.
I remember one time we used to be almost one every night.
There was. Especially when Senior was around.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Let's see how that works.
Mhm. That sounds like some serious power tools.
Screwdriver, baby.
You want to go on an RC car.
Yeah, he is.
Hershey stuff. Yep.
I bet my screwdriver's bigger.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. Say they got one bigger.
Mine will go straight though too. See?
Oh.
Look at that.
Mine won't do that. Mine got bigger,
DeWalt.
I got a bigger battery.
This is DeWalt. This is a DeWalt.
Duh, what?
A DeWalt.
I was at the hardware store. I was at the hardware store. They got Milwaukee's on sale.
Yep. That's what I have out in the shop. I have DeWalt in this shop, in this garage, just because that's what I bought years ago for home remodeling stuff. And then
Mm-hmm.
all the big car stuff, I have all the Milwaukee.
I've noticed a lot of the automotive YouTubers are changing to Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee throwing them a bunch of goodies.
Because for a while, most of those dudes were all talking about Makita and
Yeah.
Snap-on.
See, I got a bunch of Makita stuff out in the garage because that's what the tool truck was selling at the time years ago.
Yep.
So my Makita stuff is 28 years old.
But I say that stuff's antique now.
Yeah, it's the 7.2 batteries.
Good.
And I got a whole bunch of them too.
Do they even take a charge?
They still make them.
Do they really?
Yeah. Well, Makita don't, but aftermarkets do.
I have some of the old NiCad DeWalt's, but you can't get batteries for them anymore.
Here's the one I got in the house.
Oh yeah, that's
It's,
an
it's
old
got
one.
the 2 speeds on it.
The best one I own is one that's got a cord coming out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The
Medicine.
that, that's a half hour before supper time warning.
Man,
I have a
someday I'm gonna be like you, Bruce, and my schedule is gonna be just like that.
just like that.
Yep, I'm gonna get warnings for early dinner time.
Yeah, well,
And medication.
and medication, and we're gonna do this and do that. What did we do without cell phones? How did we live 20 years ago without these?
I don't know. Good question.
Well, back then we wore a watch and we knew to look at it, and we knew how to tell. We know how to tell time.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I still to this day, not trying to brag, I'm not like perfect at it, but I'm pretty close. Just looking up at the sun and knowing what time of the day it is if the sun's out, because that's what we did as kids. They'd always say, "Hey, be home before dusk."
Yep. You look at
Before
the sun,
lunch.
you knew about how much longer you had.
Yeah.
Or as the old saying goes, you better be home before the streetlights come on.
Yeah. These kids nowadays, they can't even drive their fucking cars down to the gas station without their telephone telling them to take a right or a left.
I can still find the gas station. I just can't find anything else. First time I went to my son's house in Columbus, Indiana, you had to go up through Bloomington. And when I punched the route in on Google, I thought, okay, this is going to be fun. Because, Google don't always take you the correct way. It takes you the short way sometimes.
Yeah.
And this had me going down through alleyways that you could barely fit the car down through.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And I went through the city park. It's like, oh, this is going to be so fun.
I've done that every once in a while. I'll just say, "Hey, we're bored. Let's see where Google takes us to get there."
Yeah,
But
I did.
I've never had Google take me down an alley yet. So.
Oh, yeah. And I went down to Marengo Caves, which is in southern Indiana. I thought, well, let's punch it in. I know how to get there. Let's just punch in and see how Google takes us. Oh, yeah, I was going down through a cornfield road. The weeds was as tall as the hood of the car.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Dad's GPS had him cut across a parking lot one time because it was the shortest route.
Yeah. It's like, okay, this is going to be fun. Oh, well.
Well, when I was hauling that crew around to the chicken farms, the GPS hadn't been updated. So according to it, I was going across. I was on a road that didn't exist.
That's the thing that always scares me with that sometimes is that, well, and I guess I could say a maze too, and sometimes they'll say road construction ahead, so you might want to take this alternate route. I'm thinking, oh, wow, that's pretty good. Sometimes it takes you right into a dead road, and it's still telling you to go straight.
You do realize there's two different ones. There's one for cars and there's one for big rigs. Don't ever be driving your big rig and use the Google one for your car.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. A friend of mine got in trouble for that because it put him in a city dwelling and it put him over the weight, and there was a police officer, and he got pulled over.
Right,
See
that's
this
one
way,
thing. That and you know those low bridges?
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
They're pretty low.
but it makes for great YouTube videos.
Yes, it does.
That's earlier we were talking about. Desmond watches this one channel called Bonehead Truckers.
Oh, yeah, truckers.
Yeah, and he's it's a
oxymoron.
population of truck drivers doing stupid shit. Um, most of them are steering wheel holders that follow GPS to the T.
Yep.
No, but now his past several videos has been about that wreck up there in Chattanooga on 75. He ain't using no bad language. You can tell he's trying not to use bad language, discussing that situation. Um, but yeah, he's funny because he's yep. Here's another one. Don't know how to read a tape measure. You know, the bridge would be like 14.6, and the truck's like 14.2. Watch one from Gentry and Son. I think it was yesterday. His load was at 13.6, and the bridge was at 13.4. He dumped the air on the truck and the trailer and everything, and that now it's a wide load. Um, he had one of his followers there actually get up on the trailer and watch to make sure he could get under it.
Damn.
But see, the load he's hauling. It's a he has to apply for all these permits, and the permit people route him.
Good God, Gertie.
Yeah, they did a good job, didn't they?
Sure they
Yeah.
did.
I see all these dispatchers. They sitting in some little office somewhere, not even remotely close to what you know. Uh, and apparently, they ain't never done no traveling. It's like we got a stretch of road over here over in East Gadsden. It's a 4-lane divided highway. Really good. Well, it used to be a really, really, really good surface. It was supposed to tie in later on to 59, which has never happened. Uh, we all call it Chicken Plant Highway, and I don't because the chicken plant's right at the end of it. The road dead ends in the woods. Big signs, dead end. And we had a rash of truck drivers driving off into that. And I say into it, we're talking about a tractor with a 45-foot trailer behind it. And by the time they got it stopped, all you see was the back doors.
Yeah, dang.
And here's what they said: well, the GPS says it went all the way through.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's the scary part right there is that people will listen to what the GPS says and not go, holy crap, there's no road left here.
Yeah, there's signs on the road that they didn't read them. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
We got
I
same
look for them.
We got the same thing right over here on the old highway. When they come out of the turkey plant, instead of making that last left turn to get on the new highway, the big yellow signs on both sides says road ends 1.5 mile. They go down that hill. If they keep going, they're in the river.
Oh my God.
There's no place for a semi to turn around. They have to back up the hill.
Oh, that would. Oh man, that would be brutal.
Try that at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's dark.
No thanks.
Well, see, and we've had and there's again signs posted, no trucks. At the end of Chicken Plant Highway, you can either turn left to go into the chicken plant. If you turn right, and it's a kind of a little crooked little turn, but you're on a 2-lane not even blacktop, it's tar and gravel road, all residential, very narrow. Goes up through there, and it's got a couple of tight bends that goes to a traffic light where it dead ends. You go left or right. Right takes you into a subdivision. Left takes you up a hill, basically through another subdivision. You go up it 1,000 feet. You have to go left or right again. Left takes you back into a subdivision on lakefront property. Right takes you around through the subdivision and brings you out to another 4-lane eventually by the junior college. But all of this to get to that 4 lane's too narrow for an 18-wheeler. Signs posted all the way down through there. No trucks, no trucks, no trucks. And you got 18-wheelers come down through there, and we had one, I was behind him. He was a real asshole. He was straddling the double yellow line, and it was like, get the hell out of my way, I'm coming through here. I followed him until we got up where I could get him stopped. And I got out the truck, and I walked up there, and I says, are you that shit stupid that you ignored all those signs?
God
and all
damn.
he could say was, well, I couldn't see a place to turn around. I said, dude, there was 6 signs that were 4 foot by 8 foot that said no trucks.
Yeah.
And where those signs were was plenty of room and opportunity to turn around. Of course, then he called me a bunch of bad names, and which I'm like, yeah, this is coming from the guy that drove a truck down through a residential area on a road that barely can handle our passenger vehicles.
Yeah. Remember the first time driving through the Tennessee mountains and you seen these big hill things? And I'm like, what the hell are those dead end road things for?
The runoff ramps?
My buddy's like, that's where if the truckers can't get them stopped, then they use that to help stop them. And I'm like, no kidding? I go, what if they still don't stop? He goes, then they're going for one hell of a ride. I'm like, wow, that's kind of interesting to see.
You're going over Mont Eagle.
Yeah.
Those are not fun stops either, because your dispatcher and the owner of that truck is not going to be happy with you when that truck is about 3 feet shorter in the front end.
Yeah.
And then the trailer sitting on top of the cab.
When you use that runoff ramp, the company, obviously, they're responsible for any damage to the tractor. But they're also responsible to repair the runoff ramp.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And it ain't cheap.
No.
Jeez. I've never seen anybody use one yet. I've been through there twice, and I've never seen anybody use one. But man,
oh, I've seen tractors on them runoff ramps on Mont Eagle a few times. Yep. Usually they do get stopped pretty good. The front end of the tractor's damaged a little bit. You know, the trailer may be twisted, but everything looks pretty decent. Of course, they're buried up to the axles in that gravel and that.
Yep.
So then they got to bring a state road crew out there to work it.
That sucks.
And that crew's got to be out there by the time the tractor is pulled out.
Oh, I bet for the next guy.
Exactly.
They got some around here like that too, on our hills around here, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, Mont Eagles. Remember when the truck driving songs was real popular? A
yeah.
whole bunch of references to Mont Eagle. In fact, one of the songs in the movie Smoking a Bandit refers to when he's talking about how he just jumped out the truck and drug his feet. They was talking about Mont Eagle.
Oh, that's a good tune right there.
Yep. Well, Mont Eagle's other nickname was one of its nicknames is the Widowmaker. That stretch has took a few lives in her time.
Yep.
Well, boys, we're gonna go grab some dinner.
Yeah, we're going to stop this live because
Yeah,
I
'cause
got to go.
I think Brian and them guys are probably running too, so let's not crouch on that.
Yep, and I got to fix supper too. So thanks
All right.
everybody for watching. It's still here. There's 7 people.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I know. I mean, for just hitting the go button, they were there. There are. Thank you for
Well,
listening to us yammer about nothing
no,
and everything.
no. I'll check back and when we get back from dinner, see if you guys are still on private.
Okay.
So,
So thanks everybody. We're going to shut the live down.
Y'all take
what's up,
care.
everybody?